Gotta take it or leave it here, wasted all alone. I know you feel it right. I know you feel it right. I know I'm still gonna need to let you go. I know you fool me when you hold me like you know you're never gonna let me go. I know you feel it right. Like you're never gonna let me go. I know you feel it right. Like you're never gonna let me go. Like you're never gonna let me go. I know you feel it right now. Right now. Right
Sitting lonely in my room again, trying to find the words to say, but nothing comes out. I am looking for the better days, seem like they just stay away whenever I try. There's so many things that I keep in my mind. My friends keep me out and it hurts every time. With all the emotions I built up inside, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. sitting lonely in my room again, acting like I'm innocent. Why do I try? 'Cause now I'm feeling like a fool again, thinking I can fool myself by telling me lies. When there's so many things that I keep in my mind, I hang around people I don't even like. If they can be happy and walk with a smile, oh why can't I? Will someone look for me if I disappear? No matter how much that I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. Oh, 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 oh. There will be a time. That I scream, nobody hears. But I see the light from far away, it's down the line. Maybe I should not give up without a fight, 'cause there will be a time.
I need another story, something to get off my chest. My life gets kinda boring, need something that I can't confess. Till all my sleeves are stained red from all the truth that I said. Come by it honestly, I swear. Thought you saw me wink, no, I've been on a break. So tell me what you want to hear, something that'll light those ears. Sick of all the insanity, I'm gonna give all my secrets away. It's time, don't need another perfect life. Don't care if critics ever jump the line. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. I'm gonna give all my secrets away. My God, amazing how we got this far. It's like we're chasing all those stars. Who's driving shiny big black cars? And every day I see the news, all the problems that we could solve. And when a situation rises, just write it into an album, send it straight to gold. I don't really like my flow, no, so tell me what you want to hear, something that'll light those ears. Sick of all the insanity, I'm gonna give all my secrets away. It's time, don't need
had no good at placing. Push me past my breaking point, but it don't even faze me. You think you got me beat, I guess you don't know who you facing. I got places to go and you know I'm gonna make it. Adrenaline is pumping, feel it running through my veins. And feel the rhythm in my bones, I put my soul down on the pavement. Nothing can slow me down, I'm coming, so don't look now, girl. I'm a run like it, ignoring all the warnings, so don't look now, girl. I'm a run like it. Yeah, you think you know, you think that you can do it better. When the walls are closing in, I know that I can stand the pressure. You can keep on throwing more, there's not a storm that I can weather. I'm not gonna lie, I might be fueled by my aggression. It can make me lose my mind, I guess I never learned my lesson. In the end, I won't give in, I know for this that I am destined. But it's hard to breathe, I will not leave. Nothing can slow me down, I'm coming, so don't look now, girl. I'm a run like it, ignoring all the warnings, so don't look now, girl. I'm a run like it.
Yeah. Just tell me where you wanna go. Let me take you there. You see, I've been around the globe. I've seen a lot, babe. But I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all, baby, we should go. Get set, go, take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. 'Cause I wanna see what's above. I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. No stop or rewind. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I
Good evening and welcome to Frost Esports. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the Valorant Whiteout number 20 brought to you by Challenger Mode. Today in the casting booth, I am joined by HUD. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Llama. Super excited to get into these semifinals. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this chance. These players have been chomping at the bit, so we're going to get into it real quick.
Yeah, I am ready to get into it as well. And like you said, there's already been some of this tournament has been played. We're going to see the semifinals and finals here today. The first match you guys are going to see on stream is Guardian Esports versus Nilo. Both of these teams walking their way through the tournament and getting into the semifinal position.
It's been a little bit of a slog to get here, but that's kind of the nature of the beast. You got to work your way through the bracket to get towards the end of it. There is a decent amount of money on the line tonight for these players, so definitely working towards this has been, the end goal is starting to get closer, but there has been a lot of waiting going on the side of Guardian Esports. So they're coming out of this 2 buys, a really quick round to get into the semis, so they've been sitting. Hopefully they haven't gotten too cold because Nilo's coming right out of another set, coming right into this semifinal. So maybe a little bit of rust needing to be kicked off for Guardian as we head into this first game.
Yeah, gotta keep yourself warm. Gotta make sure you are ready to go. Again, like an hour and a half break, not great to sit in. Gotta make sure aim is still on point. But looks like we are getting into agent select here. Again, this is a best of one, high stakes. Keeps.
Definitely a critical point here. Nilo, the setting up for attack here. Just about everybody locked in. Not anything too game-changing on the side of Nilo. You see the Fade in the Chamber come in for Guardian as well. Mikeo. All stock standard stuff here. Nothing too mind-boggling.
Yeah, nothing super insane. We do see that chamber picked up on both sides. The chamber fight is going to be an important one to watch. I see that ability to make picks and take people out on the other side with that ultimate is a huge way. No harbor. I'm a little bit surprised.
I was disappointed too.
Yeah.
It's not allowed. Unfortunate that we can't get harbor, but it's fine. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, and we were excited for it, but it's fine. Maybe on the next one. Yeah, everything, the jet coming in from Diabolical is the last pick there, so everything but Flips agent, who's been hovering the KO for a little bit, feeling like this is League Worlds, not a Valorant stream, but I would guess it's probably going to be KO.
Yeah,
so
probably.
2 seconds.
Maybe pick it, maybe. Yeah, but those chambers I think are going to be huge. That fight again, Fade on both sides. A lot of that information available with those ultimates and those orbs. But on the attacking side of Ascent here, going to have to try and do some damage. But have to see as we get into this first pistol round. Going to be important to see. Obviously momentum and like you said, trying to take off all that rust. Try and get ready.
Definitely good to set the tone here, especially in a best of one. There's no fallback if this first match doesn't bounce your way. No second lifeline here and this deep into the tournament. You don't want the run to be for not coming all the way down to the end. We're getting ready to get into this one, just working through a little bit of a tech issue, and we will be heading into the game as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, I really do think it's going to be down. This pistol round is one of the biggest pistol rounds that I think Guardian could ever pull out because they've been waiting for so long. There's so much on the line. There's no lifeline. If you get off on the wrong foot here, this semifinal could get away from them very, very quickly.
Yeah, and you definitely don't want that. Obviously, you talked about Nilo. They are coming from 2 hard-fought wins. They fought their way into these semifinals. They are definitely warm, but yeah, the pistol is going to be very important for both of these teams to gain momentum here. For Nilo, obviously, can continue that momentum. Again, it was a 13-9 series their last game, so really hard fought. But see if they can get the upper hand here.
For sure. Critical look here. Setting up on the attack. Looking like it's going to be a B hit for the beginning of this first round, but we'll see where we go. Timer's down. Round number 1 underway. Finally here for Guardian. Pushing the site very quickly here.
Quick
Good
B
pick
swing,
for
but
Guardian to swing.
Spike down
No.
B.
Spike
they
down.
catch him. I mean, Guardian, that's huge for them already. 3 down on the enemy side. For Nilo, it's looking rough, like you mentioned. Spike down, now pushing on in. Guardian wants to make sure they clean this pistol round up quickly, but two players do sight each other out in mid here. But once again, Empire will get one back, so a 4v2 now. No Spike though.
Last player standing.
And still position here. One left. Jay on the chamber, just trying to maybe find a little bit of value here. No point in saving the classic. Can he get one? He'll dink. And then the double swing will take him down. It'll be a 1-0 on the defend for the pistol round for the Guardians. And that is a great start for them here in this semifinal.
Yeah, that's massive. I mean, you talked about it, that they need this confidence booster. They need that round to get warm here. And it being a best of one, momentum is a very important thing. They're going to get this half buyout, be able to purchase some of those SMGs, have a little bit of upper hand in this second round. And that, I mean, it looked really rough there from Nilo. They just don't check the corner, automatically gets 2. They lose the spike, and they lose everything, it seems like.
Yeah, definitely a tough break, and now having to head into this one down the buy, like you mentioned. Sheriffs in 2 of their hands. Classics the other way. Knife comes through. That'll push Diabolical back a little bit. And the split push starting to come through. A mid hit. Trying to change it up. A brim molly gets 1 on the snap. Wirt can only find 1, though, and the trade will not come through. So Bobstar locks that one down. It's a pretty good stand there from Guardian. We'll see how the rest of this round shapes out.
Yeah, they have them locked in this mid-tunnel here,
One
and
enemy remains.
another kill taken there. Charm going to get a
Down,
second, and it is just 1 down. Palmzu is going to finally die there. Defenders win that one, and for Guardians, that is huge. You talk about it, that Molly was really massive, and Wirt was the only one that didn't buy an SMG, so he has some funds available to him, even though he does die there. That Molly, though, just traps them into that main, walking behind, and they clean it all up easy.
It was a real good timing on the Molly. When it initially came out, I wasn't sure if Wirt was going to get out of that with an opportunity to even look for a kill. Just because of the timing on the swing with the Molly in his hand still. But he got that snap and got the kill. Found some value, and a 2-0 lead for Guardian after the long break that they had. Don't think they could have asked for it any better. Charm gets set up on A here. Bomb is headed towards A, but not fully committed yet for Nilo. And just a little bit of pushing, probing on both sites so far here in round 3. A little bit of damage done to Wirt. And it's going to be a rotate, looking like a full A push coming up for Nilo.
Yeah, Aspect will get 1 here, so for the first time in this match, they will have a player lead 5-4, but yeah, Nilo really needs to make something of this round, does not want to lose yet another one with this investment. And it looks like, yet again, like you mentioned, A push is where they're looking to aim towards. Still have the bomb, though, a little bit indecisive. They're just going to play slow. Playing fast, the other 2 rounds really shot them in the foot, so this one, just going to play slow. Still 50 seconds on that clock.
It's just the game of counter rotations around each other here. The bomb now coming down middle with Chamber, and while all of the defenders rotate over to A, Diabolical's going to get 2, or Diabolical will get 1. Bobstar will pick one up on the other site. So just like that, the numbers swing in favor of Guardian. Jay will take down Bobstar. There's the first of the Chamber duel that we've seen start to come through, and sites clear here for the offense and Nilo to get their first plan of the match.
So Guardian, they do take the bait to go over towards that A site. Now it's going to be a retake for Guardian, trying to regain this round number 3. Like you said, spike planted, site cleared here for Nilo, but now the swing in, looking for Diabolical. 2 players going to get flashed here, but once again, he's going to get caught. Traded, though. Charm will trade one back. 2v2. The Guardians here trying to find something. They will find that point in the court, and all of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1.
Good spot here for Jay. Just needs to play for time. He's got a little bit of space, and now one-on-one against the Jet. Diabolical guy working their way in. Gotta check both sides. Taps the bomb. Jay still hanging around, just trying to play for time, and he'll get the execute. Probably not going to make it out with his life, but worth it for the win, and he's going to be taken out by the bomb. But 1 round on the board here for Nilo. Worth dropping the players. They finally break the momentum of Guardian.
they'll take the round. That's pretty good for them. But I mean, you can also see the finances. They're not looking too good from Nilo. I mean, they drop all players in that round. They do take the win, so they at least get something on the board here. But we're going to see again rifles from Guardian. Their finances not looking great either. So this round is going to really swing. Who can regain that economic advantage? It looks like Nilo, they really don't want to invest. They want to save their funds, try and stay in this game economic wise, because you fall back a few matches there, and then it's just pistols for a few rounds.
Yeah, Nilo looking for maybe a pick and an upgrade, and that would be a round win for them here. We'll see what they've got. Still pretty passive, a lot more dedicated over here towards the A side for Nilo. Got 4 players, and the first kill will come through on the B site. Jay down as Bronk gets another kill. Execute coming onto the A site. Aspect will get the first. Stinger buff is full active here. And still working through here just to pretty much give him the site up, and a retake coming through again for Guardian.
Guardian trying to make something here. Bobstar looking with the operator here in mid. He gets some beautiful automatic cutting into a 4v3, but it looks like trades back and forth now a 3v2 on the site. Aspect is found out though, and Guardian have retaken so well. The final kill comes through, and Guardian win that round with 3 players standing.
Kind of roll in through heaven there and take the site, no problem. Aspect got a little bit hung up with some utility, tried to duck underneath hell, and just kind of got rolled upon, and then the rest of the site fell from there. It's a really good retake, like you said, for Guardian. Bobstar holding on to the op. They only give over 1 weapon, I think, by the end of all of that, so Charm will have the Bulldog in hand, and Diabolical will get bot. So full rifles, with the exception of the Bulldog, for everybody in the op in the hands of Bobstar. Ults are up for Chamber and for Brimstone as well here for Guardian. So starting to look how that might have an impact. Round 5. It's still pretty even. I don't think Guardians quite asserted themselves enough to really have the lead here as Jay finds the pick on Bob. That's a huge kill for Jay, taking the top frag off the field and the op. Now 4 on 5.
Yeah, that is big. That is a huge pick for Nilo. We talked about how big this chamber duel is going to be, and like you said, that op, the crucial tool for Guardian. Diabolical does get one back here. All of a sudden, a 4v4. A site looks like the play again, and it really feels like when Nilo, when they go fast, it's a little bit more disorganized here. Guardian can really read out what they're doing. So a slower play this time, looking still towards that A site. A couple players thinking about maybe going towards mid, but Guardian doing a really good job of just playing patient.
They've got the breakout kind of hemmed in here. There's really no rotate at all for the attack of Nilo here. They'd have to go all the way through spawn, and just at that point, you're really leaving yourself with not a lot of time to do anything. So ult's going to be invested here. Diving in his Aspect gets nothing on the kill, but just pushes a little bit. So some space has been made. Now the Brim ult will come back the other way. Equally as ineffective in getting any kills, but again clears a little bit of space. Trades will come through. Aspect just lurking. He's in the molly. Gotta be careful there. And now everybody knows where he is. 10 seconds left in Aspect. What are you gonna do? Just gonna plant. Oh, it's gonna be close.
Lonely
and
little
taking
raise.
it back up. Wirt takes the final one. It's 4-1 for Guardian.
Yeah, that was just a rough round. I mean, we talked about that. Guardian just had their number. They had 2 players positioned mid, and then they pretty much knew it was going A. And you mentioned it's smart here from Nilo. They're going to take a timeout, try and think some things up. But man, that was rough. Guardian had their number. As soon as they pushed in, they just played that retake, played off of them. And Diabolical guy, huge kills there to equalize. And they win that round, going up by 3 already here.
Going up by 3 and headed into a round where they're probably going to have an advantage in the weaponry again. It's going to be another kind of cobbled together buy, really not a lot in the bank for the side of Nilo. And it's just, there's still an op on the field, 2 Vandals, and a lot of credits to throw around on the side of Guardian. So looking like it might be a 5-1 by the end of this timeout, or like after this timeout is over. It's going to be a tough hill to climb here for Nilo.
Yeah. Hill that they're going to have to climb, though. I mean, obviously being a best of 1, you don't want to go down this early ascent. Obviously a little bit more defender favored, but Nilo does have to find a way to try and, make their way back in. They did invest that last round. So again, like you mentioned, just going to be pistols, that one SMG towards their side, really no shields at all. And you can see the investment fully there back from Guardian. The fun's not super great for them because they have lost a lot of players on each of those rounds, but still 5 rifles.
And Nilo
You
going
want to
3
play? Let's
sheriffs
play.
here, so really full sending on the pistol, trying to get a couple of picks, just open things up, but they will have to work through a fully armored Guardian defense, and has been stalwart through 5 rounds, looking to find 6. Bobstar knows they're coming, gets 1 in, the teleport out, a huge pick from Bobstar on Aspect, continuing to hold down that B side for Guardian, and now the Alta invested from Jay. Looking to try to squeeze this one in. He's got the angle, and he'll get the pick on Diabolical Guy. 4-on-4 now here with a minute left.
This tour de force is coming in huge. We talked about this chamber battle, and once again, the chamber coming in clutch. Jay looking, but Bobstar with the op kills him. Jay, though, takes the op out of play. Now, all of a sudden, it's a 3v3 on the eco here. Jay is going nuts in this round. Third for him, and all of a sudden, Nilo on an eco are up a couple players here. Jay going to try and do something, but loses life there to Bronk.
Good solo ult there for Bronk. Take a J off. And as far as
30
ecos
seconds
go,
left.
that tour de force really kind of opens the game up for low credit rounds. And
Spike
Jay
planted.
making the most of the free guns. Spike is going to get down here 2-on-2. Remake coming from T side or CT side, and doors there. The ult canceled. And now time begins to tick away for the retake to come through. Charm will swing, notes the one in the back.
Standing.
Bronk gets Empire, now 2-on-1.
Last
Trying to
player
push in. The
standing.
flash will
Kill,
come through.
Palmzu still up.
1 versus 1 now. Bronk looking to take it. I mean, Guardians. Oh, man, that is big for them. Bronk takes his third. Just a perfect view, perfect swing. On an eco, a very scary round for them, but they will just barely edge through that one.
That was hairy. Bronk gets the window right there in the corner between the boxes, and it's perfectly framed to get the one tap on Palmzu. Had a good teleport out, but just an unfortunate spot on the stairs there. Bronk immediately saw him, found the click, and secured the round for the defuse. 5-1 now for Guardian as they continue to find these defend rounds. I mean, what are you looking to see differently from this attack of Nilo? Because it's honestly, it's had its moments, but it's been hampered by low gun rounds as they run one in here. Is it just that they need to go quick?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, it seems like Guardian just has their number right now. This quick strategy, though, is working in this round. It hadn't worked in previous rounds because Guardian the 2 or 3 players left on the site would really just massacre them. But I think showing how this round is going so far, fast is the way they need to go. Fast and getting picks. They need to get this chamber active around the map. Obviously, Bobstar having the tour de force. The possibility, also Diabolical going to pop those knives here. Going to swing around the corner.
Oh.
He's actually going to get
Player
traded
standing.
out. The ult from nothing. Bob does trade one, but it's down to just him. This tour de force is going to have to pull an ace out if he wants to win.
Crouch dodge the right click on the knives and rough, and the Aspect will take Bobstar down to find the second round on the attack side here for Nilo. It has been a long time coming. Drop 3 in a row, finally be able to break this one out and turn the economy around for sure. Definitely looking a lot better in the Nilo banks right now. They can start looking at the they don't have to look at AliExpress anymore. They can start looking at some of the more expensive stuff now. But they've still got a long way to go. I think 1 or 2 more rounds on this T side probably leave them feeling pretty good headed into the second half, but still have more to play, so see what they've got for us.
Yep, we'll have to see. Obviously, I think fast play is the way they need to go, especially to smash this eco here from Guardian.
Nice.
Guardian, they do have that KO ult, the Sheriff from Bronk going absolutely massive there. Does take down 1. Going to be a 4v4 now. Like you said, the AliExpress pistols on the side of Guardian here. Trying to see what they can do, trying to recover, but once again, a fast B push here from Nilo, trying to take that site real quick, and already a plant.
really bunched up here as Guardian, all caught in that same just kind of lobby here outside doors. They'll get the pick on Aspect, making it 4v3. Are they just going to death ball through doors onto site here? They'll split up for a moment. They will start to swing out together. All 4 players out on force. The first pick will come from Palmzu. Diabolical guy can't find Flip either. Palmzu with a third, and Flip finds the fourth. It's 5-3 here, 2 in a row on the attack for Nilo.
Yeah, they have those guns. That's pretty much just what it comes down to. This pistol's just not really working out. I thought maybe it could have been a charm ultimate and a push in there, but he saves it. You know, now they're going to have Fade and KO ultimate if, you know, they do if they do choose to use those. The ult economy going in their advantage. But you saw that. You saw Bronk does get one. That nice opener. They push down mid. They get a second. It looked really good, but once it comes down to it, they were 4 sheriffs versus 3 rifles. That was just hard to get over.
Definitely tough to overcome the weaponry difference. One thing that we need to keep an eye on here is that the Omen has the bomb and the ult, which means anything is possible for cheeky bomb strats here. See if they pull any trickery out of the bag. Bobstar full flashed off mid there. Flip will hold off of that angle. He peeked, didn't see anybody. Aspect creeping up now. Bobstar still holding this angle. And is going to be smoked off, so I'll move through it. And Aspect to get the pick on Wirt. And the execute comes through on contact here. Speed comes out for Nilo. They're going to full rush A. Coming up here through short.
Yeah, oh, look at this though. Diabolical guy just has their number. Holy, that's a huge pick.
That's a big pick too.
Flip though. Yeah, he trades one back. Now a 2v2. Nilo gonna try and recover, try and get onto the site, but Guardian is here. Running out of time. Only 35 seconds for them, and Bobstar still has that op here up in heaven. Looking for something. They know they are here. Now the Fade ult looking to be big here. Gonna send it on out the plant. They'll go through here, but they will have that knowledge of where those players are. Sending it out. Traded there. Empire gets both.
The swing not coordinated there up in heaven for Guardian, and this lead has evaporated. That's only 1 now in favor of Guardian Esports. They were up 5-1, and now it is 5-4 after a 3-round swing. Wouldn't be surprised to see the timeout come out maybe here for Guardian. We already saw one for Nilo that worked out really well for them, actually. They really turned it around after that timeout, and now with guns back in their favor, Nilo is going to be looking to just kind of bang down the door and make this a 5-5 game.
Yep. 4 sheriffs, 4 light shields on the side of Guardian here, as like you said, the lead has evaporated to just 1 round, and you assume that they're going to do some damage on this one. Once again, looking for a fast B push. They have some players towards A, have some players towards that mid sector, but this fast push has really worked out for them the past couple rounds, making sure they get rid of Bobstar on those angles and making sure they can get a clean sight hold. But there are 3 players here on this B site.
Raise ult up for Nilo as well. It's a real good spot to use it over on the B site, so definitely something the Guardians got to watch out for here. Omen's not committed the bomb yet. Palmzu still walking around. Bobsy will take Flip out, and Aspect pops the ult, takes a Bronk to the grave. Good smoke comes in here for the defensive Guardian, and it'll force the rotate out for the Nilo attack. EOJ opens things up on A, though, and now the rotate will come through quick, like through short. The bomb coming and looking like an A plant in the works for Nilo.
Yeah, we're not going to connect on some of those shots. 4v2 now. Nilo looking good here. The plant will come through. Empire takes yet another, and it's going to be all down to Diabolical. That guy seeing if he can do anything diabolical on this. Ray's going to jump to the corner, and Rays gets 3, and Nilo get 5. We have a tie game.
What a comeback here for Nilo. They have been on a tear, 4 in a row, all full elims too. Don't need to worry about getting that bomb all the way to going off. Just get all the picks and go on about your business. It is a rifles v rifles here, as well as an op in the hands of Bobstar. So finally a gun round for both teams here. 10 on the clock. We're split, absolute dead down the middle. Both teams' stats looking pretty similar, although definitely a slight push for Nilo across the team. And This has been a great semifinal here. A quick run in to B for Nilo. Looks like they will stop, though. Let's see how well this fake holds here as Aspect just continues to keep it there, but Bobstar is going to take the chamber diff advantage here, and it's going to be a 5v4 quickly for Guardian.
Yeah, Bobstar is making a difference. That angle, once again, he's looking through it.
Through the
shot
smoke.
through the smoke. You are dirty,
Last
Bobstar.
player
And all of a sudden, Nilo,
Spike down.
all their foundations have collapsed. It's all down to Empire, but it is a flawless coming through for Guardian off the back of that Bobstar double.
Last round before the switch.
Guardian has a gun round and they win convincingly. What a remarkable thing that we just witnessed. The fact that the gun round was a little bit of a different looking round than the force buys that Guardian had kind of been forced into. But all that is full credit to Nilo. I mean, they broke the economy the same way they really struggled through the early rounds. So finally a breath here, especially on the flawless. But it's also last round, so I mean the credits really don't matter a whole lot for this last round. Everybody's full up again. Another gun round. Let's see if Guardian can take 2 in a row.
Yeah, Guardian want to take 2 in a row here, but you're talking about last round of the half here. We're talking about 3 ultimates on the side of Nilo here. But Overload already popped here from this KO, trying to push in, see if he could do some damage. But Bronk is there, and it looks like he's not resable. The ultimate going to be wasted there, and all of a sudden, I mean, it's a 4v5, but Guardian, they give up sight for it.
Oh, it was a bamboozle spike strat too, because KO was marked as having the bomb there, and then Omen teleported over to A with the bomb to plant on A. So misdirection play on the ult going in from KO, and now full retake again for Guardian. Not had to do one of these in a while, but they've got the manpower advantage. 2 underneath come for Empire, but they'll eventually be swung down, and that's going to make it 6-5, the lead back in favor of Guardian.
Yep, that bomb will be diffused. Guardian, they just cleanly get it. I mean, they take one on the rotate on in 5v3 then after that. And they're at the end of the half, they're going to be up 2. A steady position they would like to be in, but I would have liked to see that ult maybe used a little bit differently. It was a smart play nonetheless to try and fake them out, just regain sight for free, but I feel like they didn't take it down enough of those game-changing players on the side of Guardian, and they paid for it.
Absolutely. It's just tough to work through a Bobstar that's just kind of there, finding the picks all the time and doing exactly what he needs to be doing as Chamber, leading the way with the kills. He's definitely been that key piece for Guardian. Empire has popped off a bunch, and then also Aspect, I think, is playing a very quietly underrated game. Really locked Guardian into B pushes that weren't happening a few times through that first half, but now as the tables flip sides, we'll see if Guardian's attack can find a little bit more early success than what Nilo had at the beginning of their T side. EOJ is going to look for the first pick here, and he's not going to get it. He's going to have to dip out, and now the push begins.
Yeah, but information picked up there on the B site. They know they're most likely pushing towards that, seeing a couple players there. I think 2 on that swing, but Diabolical Guy, he's already taken mid control with that smoke. They can almost get a free access into B here. There are still a couple other players walking through, but Bronk, once again, getting the first pick here, and it looks like they just have sight for free.
It was a lot of patience coming through through Pizza there for Nilo. I was kind of surprised to see them just kind of stall right before the door and then push out, but they were waiting for that security to come through mid as Diabolical Guy can't find the close range duel against Palmzu. It is 5-3 now here in the pistol. Bomb Buddy comes out for Aspect. He's going to bank a grenade off the backboard. Gets a kill. Flip will take that one. Palmzu starts to swing back a little bit. Wart can't find the snap on the 90 for the last one, though. That's going to bring it back to a 1-round game here for Guardian.
Guardian, they get an early pick, but was not able to convert it into anything. A nice little push onto site, but now they're going to have to continue that as, like you said, this game is neck and neck. Only 1 round separating these 2 teams, and it is a best of 1, so you do not want to drop any, but looking like light buys on both sides. Again, you lost 4 players on Nilo. You don't want to lose this round and just have nothing to invest if you do lose or win.
Yeah, it was a huge effort from Word at the very end just to kind of equal that economic hit out a little bit by taking out 3 with his dying breath. But now as another round begins, it is another stance looking like it's going to be an A hit this time from Guardian. And really the rock paper scissors nature of Ascent here. The picks and the strats have been pretty consistent. It's not been too nothing too groundbreaking from either side. It's the pace has really, I think, been the game changer for both these teams, and they sometimes look a little hesitant to go for it, as again we see a push that gets stalled out outside of A. Actually looks like they might opt to rotate the bomb out through mid, or maybe think better of it. Really not a whole lot gained on any of their probing looks into the site, so just a slow, patient play here for Guardian.
Yeah, Guardian, the one thing about them I've noticed so far of these first 2 rounds, they're very patient, waiting for their perfect moment to push on forward, and this is it. Already free taking the site here. The plant will come down, but we will have a 5v5 retake. Bronk is going to be on the flanks. You do have to watch for that. Aspect knows of it, and Aspect.
Knife out.
Beautiful.
Bronk had the knife out. What an unfortunate turn of events there for Bronk. And again, the bomb timer starts to tick away. Still one-man advantage here for Guardian, or a one-man advantage for Nilo, pardon me, but yet to really push onto the site. They're going to look to try to make some room once these smokes all go down. The flash comes through for Flip, who's going to tap the bomb. A kill for Aspect, make it 3. Empire finds the 4th, and now just a Brim left standing. It's not going to be enough, and the defuse will come through, and the final kill for Word, make it 4. Aspect picking them up, and back to a level game.
7-7. Just like my name, we got a tied game here, and Guardian, it looked good. It looked good. They regained the site, but just the fight was not there for them. And you talked about Aspect. He was being quiet, but that round was loud for him. Getting 4 kills, catching the flank off, getting that perfect flash in. A beautiful round there from Nilo, and their defense so far is stacking up. Very close game, 7-7. But it's looking like a B push here. A fast one at that, but Aspect once again, he get the first pick.
Big cheeky read there from Aspect, jumping down and finding that pick. Empire gets Bronk. Palmzu takes Charm out. Another kill for Palmzu, and everything falls apart for the attack of Guardian. It's again in the lead for Nilo on a flawless round here in the second half.
Yeah, that was just, I mean, you talked about that pick on Aspect. Just made it a 5v4, and Aspect pushing around the side just held them in that one little area. They had nowhere to go, and Nilo just absolutely decimated them. I'm surprised Guardian does not take a timeout here, because I really would like to talk this one over if I was the team after losing 3 of these attack rounds straight.
Yeah, and you don't get any bonus points for not using your timeout over the course of the match. Aspect's going to look for another quick rush, and he's going to find another pick. The Bulldog again coming in clutch for Aspect, who's jumped to the top of the leaderboard for Nilo. Palmzu will spot a couple backing out of the spot at mid. Aspect will fill in the space, though. Bronk with the Prowler out, forcing a little bit up in towards the site. As really the commit not come through yet. It's 4v5, and man, what another great defensive hold here for Nilo.
Yeah, the point defense is working out for them. They have been okay in every scenario, it seems like. Fast rushes, retakes, and even this point defense just working out overall for them. But Aspect been the big carrier of this team right now. The past couple rounds, getting those first picks, making the Guardians here decide how to play with 4 players. They're once again going to have to do it. Right now, looking at a mid push where they don't have much control and time is ticking down. You only have half of this round left.
Nilo's expecting a mid push here. They've got 2 shaded towards middle with the KO kind of lurking through spawn here, just waiting for contact. It's going to be rammed through short, just waiting for the time to count down. Popstar finds the entry, and it's free on site. Bronk will push all the way back. And the spike will get down. One drops into hell, and it is completely unseen. Bronk takes Empire out. Popstar with another, and it's 4-2 just like that. Bronk continues to make him play hopscotch up on top of the wood here, knowing that Jay is up there and just trying to get him in the feet with the bullet penetration. Time is taken away. There's one pick from Jay. Great It has 2 angles to clear, not a lot of time.
Enemy remaining.
The coordination comes through and they get both. Jay and Flip take out
standing.
both.
Defuse.
Defuse
looking for
from
it.
Flip.
He's got to swing now. Oh, he just gets it for free.
Pro stick. No
Oh,
fakes
man.
here for Flip. Bronk will take him out. Consolation prize at the very end, but what a round. It almost looked like it slipped through their fingers, but a great execute from Flip and Jay. Freeze the bomb up, and then pros don't fake.
Pros don't
come
fake.
on. Pros don't fake.
Yeah, we got some pros here tonight, and for Nilo, that is 4 rounds in a row. Absolutely beautiful. Once again, the retake. That was a 4-on-2, and they found some way to get back in, kill 3 of those players, and even though, like you said, they do lose both of their lives, they still win the round, and now they're up 2 on the defending side here.
This is a huge spot for Nilo. They've absolutely swung the momentum of this one as Jay gets the first pick again. Bobstar wiped off. Aspect will grab the angle on Bronk, and now it's 5-3. The bomb just kind of stranded out in mid. Where are you going to take it? Both sites have got at least 2 people on it. Flip is going to take
enemy
Charm
remaining.
off, and now it's just Diabolical all on his own. Another flawless, and it continues to spiral out of control here in the second half for Guardian.
At Guardians, this is not looking good. I mean, this is 5 lost in a row. The guns just absolutely destroyed there. The ultimates, you can see, definitely favoring Nilo. They got 3 of those ultimates ready. And I was wondering where the timeout was when it was tied. I was wondering where the timeout was when it was 7-8. I'm wondering where the timeout was when it was 9-7. I'm wondering where the timeout is where it's 10-7 now.
I definitely think there is you're kind of the window's starting to shut on the timeout as an effective use kind of outlook here for Guardians. The buy's good. We got a full gun round again, and Guardian has definitely had the edge in the full gun round, so maybe looking to try to break this one open without the need for a timeout. Seeing that a lot of pressure's coming through B, so a full rotate. Fade ult. Put in all the ults coming out. It's a great pick from Aspect to take Bronk off the field. It'll make it 4v5. Still really no sight is gained. Spike is down 3-4. Chaos here. KO ult will come through.
Yeah, it's a massacre. Bobstar is actually going to get 2 there. Trade it back. Now a 2v3. Guardian are going to have to play with something. But the res coming through. The KO back alive. Empire takes another. And it's all down to Charm. Seeing what he can do. Not enough. That's the answer. 11-7 towards Nilo. And once again, it doesn't matter if they have guns or anything else. This defense is superb.
It has been literally flawless. I know the operators have gone down, but the round has not been dropped on the defensive side here for Nilo. They're 2 rounds away now from a massive come-from-behind win. And I think coming back from being down 5-1 to really flip the script is something to be pretty proud of. And they'll have a lot of momentum rolling in the grand final if they can pull this off. They've got 2 more wins that they need to pull out. It is not over until it is over. And Guardians have got the ability. They've got the it's not like this is a skill diff issue here. It's just a little bit, the tactics maybe a little bit more in favor of Nilo on the defensive side, but Guardian have the ability to find these picks. And it's up to Bobstar here to kind of lead the charge for this attack for Guardian. He's been kind of quiet.
Yeah, they need this attack, and you see this round, they invest here from Guardian. They're going to invest. Like, if they lose this round, they go to match point without guns. That could be, I mean, it's pretty much over. If they don't win this round, they're going to be on pistols, and Jay has already taken one out.
Jay dropping work. Palmzu finds Gronk. Grenade will be avoided there, just barely, but maybe not for long is the second one. This time from Raze will come through, takes Charm down. Bobster's the last alive, or second to last alive, pardon me, and now it's just the knives of Diabolical guy. He's got to find 3 picks and a chamber ult to work through here with just a Bulldog in hand. I mean, it's not even worth saving the Bulldog at this point, just full send. Diabolical, just run those knives in here, find a right click, and maybe I don't know, do something crazy, or just get gunned down. I mean, it's all possible.
Got to do some damage. Again, Spike not with Diabolical here. All three players running absolutely together. Might find a timing here on the backside here, but the looks will catch him. Nilo, 12-7. Match point on the board for them.
Match
And
point.
the money, you can see it on the side of Guardian. It's going to give them some rifles, but some light shields, a sheriff for Wirt. It's not the best.
This is not a buy that you want going into a final round, especially when your opponent's going to kind of dab on you and pull out the double op here, really just to drive home the fact that this defensive half has been wholly and entirely theirs. So now with a 5-round lead and on match point, Nilo will set up one more time for another defend. Can they find the last one they need? Ult from KO comes out here. It's going to be a full B charge for the attack of Guardian. First pick comes through for Aspect. Another one found. It's 3. Can he find 4? The assist came through, but man, it just immediately fell apart.
One enemy remaining.
And there it is. It was, the posthumous
Defenders
4-piece for Aspect again, and it's a 13-7 win for Nilo.
Yeah, that, I mean, we can see that replay. Aspect absolutely dirty on that angle. Gets 3, almost 4 there. Gets the assist on the last one. They pulled out 3 ops. So even if you take out Aspect, I mean, you got 3 snipers just staring you down. And from Nilo, you mentioned it, a comeback victory from a 5-1 deficit. They don't lose a single defending round.
Just flawless once the sides flipped. I mean, they found a way to grind out the defense or the attacks on the other side and then came through and just shut the door right in the face of Guardian's Aspect. When we flipped sides, he was sitting middle of the pack, like 9 kills, ended with 27 kills, just absolutely popped off on the defensive side. So big plays there from Aspect, went from a quiet first half to a very, very loud second half, which is what you would expect from a Raze, what you need from a Raze. So exactly what the doctor ordered there for Nilo. They advance to the grand finals here and have got a shot at this prize pool. It'll be the end of the road for Guardian Esports after that long, long break. They just couldn't find a way to get it done, and it will be Nilo facing off against Nite's Kittens in the grand final as our other team waiting.
Yep, we will see that match. It's going to be a good one. Like you said, the Rays, the Chamber are going to have to become massive in this grand final. $300 prize pool on the line. But we're going to take a short break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back after it.
You only see black and white, come to think of it. But it all comes back when the moon gets low, dancing in the afterglow. And when the room starts spinning and my eyes are closed, feeling like I'm not alone. 'Cause there's a ghost in the machine. I only see you when I go to sleep. I build a wall under the sheets, and when I'm dreaming that you're here with me, I close my eyes, keep us alive. Someone please turn off the lights. 'Cause there's a ghost in the machine. I only see you when I go to sleep. There's a ghost in the machine.
On our own, we jump, we fall, forgotten world. We're running out, running out, running out now. Won't hide away anymore like yesterday, 'cause we're running out now. You can see it in our eyes that we won't look away. This time we're here to stay, so we're running out now. We're fighting, we collide, crashing every day. And if you feel afraid, we won't leave you. Time has come to stand our ground and close the door to paralyze stereotype fucked up minds. Every day there's a choice where to go, and you can turn it around. You can see it in our eyes that we won't look away. This time we're here to stay, so we're running out now. We're fighting, we collide, crashing every day. And if you feel afraid, we won't leave you. We won't leave you. There's a man sitting next to you with a scarf around his head, and when it's down to the last end, he could be the one that saves you. And there's a woman driving in the car, and she talking her phone when you're crossing the street, and she could be the one that kills you. You can see it in our eyes that we won't look away. This time we're here to stay, so we're running out now. We fight and we collide, crashing every day. And if you feel afraid, we won't leave you.
We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down. When the sun goes We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. We have to put our hands up when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down.
Like a Hellcat.
Oh, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the grand final here, Frost Esports Whiteout Valorant Tournament. $300 prize pool on the line. We got one game to decide our champion here tonight.
One more left after it's all said and done, and it's going to be Knights versus Nilo here in the final match. We've got Ascent coming up yet again, to nobody's surprise, unfortunately. We have Ascent coming up again, but you know, the game will be good. The map doesn't have to be good. The game will be good. That's all that we care about. Nilo looking like they're going to be heading on to defense first, and it will be Knights that start off on the T side. We already know how great Nilo's defense is. We saw them win, 6 rounds in a row in the last game on just a massive tear, so they'll come right back out onto defense again, which could be a massive leg up for them here in the grand final with money on the line.
A lot of money on the line, and you mentioned it. Their defense was absolutely solid, absolutely perfect. In that last game, they also get that advantage. You know, they are a little bit more warm coming into this game, a little bit more warmed up than Knights, but it is still going to be a very tough competition. Both these teams have fought through the entire bracket to get here, and they're definitely not going to go out easy. But again, I would like to see Nilo, their defense, if they can get a good lead going into that attacking side. We saw some sort of shakiness on it, but if they can get enough rounds to get an advantage, I think they could possibly have an advantage in this grand finals.
Absolutely. Getting a leg up here is going to be big as we head into our agent select. Quick locks of the same agents we saw in the last one from Aspect, J, and Empire. Palmzu and Flip will make us wait again, as well as the attacking side here. We got a Killjoy coming out from Kess. Be a little bit of a shake up here, and then nothing else locked in. A Sova, Noman, standard picks here. I would love to see the KJ really come into a lot of play on the defensive side for Knights, see what they can bring out with that. Jet comes in, and then maybe we'll get 2 KOs. Who knows?
Will be interesting. I mean, we do see Jay once again on that chamber. Made an absolute difference in that previous semifinals series, excuse me. But yeah, once again, they're running pretty much the same composition that showed the success last round. You know, the fade, the chamber, the raise, those offensive tools on both Aspect and Jay are going to need to go massive. But you mentioned it, that KJ, it'd be interesting. That lockdown can definitely force open or force closed a site and definitely force it into your control. We'll have to see as we're getting into this first pistol round. Obviously, very, very important to gain momentum.
Definitely big here, and the defensive momentum is still with the side of Nilo. Same map, same comp on defense again. Really don't think it's like they're just in the same game. This defensive half is just taking a break, and now we're right back after it. But it's a different lineup on the other side. And I am interested to see what we get out of this Knights squad, where they can really find some gaps in the defense of Nilo. Pardon me, I almost called them Guardians. Not the same match. It's not the same match, even though I just said it was. It's standard B push to start out. Big picks are going to be critical coming through, just like always at the pistol round. We'll see what they've got here as the time ticks down. 5 seconds left. They'll run through Pizza here, just a slam head-to-head in short. Jay will lead the way. Looking for the first, a slow roll out, and backing out. Everybody knows they're coming now.
Yeah, forces that TP out. Lose the first there, and it's going to be a 4-4 actually. Kind of dying, though, from the side. Jay losing his life along with another member there of Nilo, but push coming through onto B. They already have this site here in the pistol round, and RKZ want to get that plant right off. Now, it's going to be a retake. We saw how comfortable Nilo was taking these sites back, just walking back in as a team. The swings have been there, but again, this is finals. Do not want to give up this first round. Ray's going to throw a nice little nade out, but they do have to be wary here. Flip's going to start pushing in with that flash.
A tough flash there from Flip. Not great timing on it. Kill will come out from back sight for Tega. Aspect will find Nite and chases Kess down as well. Cleaned up by Palmzu. 2-2. Not a lot of time left. A jump shot from RKZ, and he'll get the right click to finish it off. Just barely able to hold on, and that is the first defensive loss in 8 defensive rounds for Nilo.
I mean, give that man some soap, because that was dirty. The double jump shot there, 1 and 2. Absolutely beautiful from RKZ. And all of a sudden, Nilo going to be down 1 round. Not too much of a deficit, but losing that pistol round does mean you lose some of that economic advantage. So for Knights, they will have some nice weaponry here heading into this round 2.
A little bit of an advantage on the force buy. A shorty out for Aspect. Trying to hold a tight angle, maybe trying to find something cheeky over at a long, but pretty non-committal start to the round here for the side of Knights. Just kind of waiting, watching to see if anybody's going to peek anywhere. Bomb is back towards spawn. Jay swinging out, dangerous here with not a lot of support, just looking for a solo pick. Kess will wait, is going to shadow shoulder peek, and Jay misses the shot there. Now the push coming straight down the throats onto B. It's going to be a quick rotation.
That chamber's going to be really hurt. The rotation now into the B site. The multiple choice A or B. The B will be the choice here. Now pushing on through. Knight looking for something. Swinging on through, and will get the first. Looking through the smoke to try and get the second. Chamber on 1 HP, but Knight on 17. So 5v4 once again. Spike planted very quickly. They're patient, and Jay going to lose their life. 5v3 now. The wall going to be broken in. They know their players here. Ray stuck in a grenade animation. But a trade back, RKZ does get one on the trade. So 4v2 now. Does get one with that nice classic shot, but it is round over.
Yeah, it does not come together there in the closing stages. RKZ 5 kills through 2 rounds, leading the way for this attack side. It immediately has found gaps in the defense that looked so unbeatable for Nilo. They've found 2 quick entries, really patient play, just kind of letting the defensive stance of Nilo come out to them before they've kind of committed to a site, leaving the bomb back even while they probe forwards, and then kind of retooling it to look for another hit. And we're going to see the same thing, a patient play outside B, a look towards mid. And after they get the chamber to pop the teleport, they're going to shove it in again. Another quick hit on B.
Looking through the B, they do have a smoke down, but it looks like Jay finally gets one to equalize. They have really nice angles here. Empire just waiting for these players to swing. The KO, though, will trade one back. EV3, and somehow it seems they have regained the site once again. A retake. Nilo trying to play off it once again. The plant will come through. They're going to have to hold deep in the site here. Single's going to start to be taken here by the Nilo squad.
KJ util to hold at the bottom of the stairs there. Killbot won't find anybody, just bounces around. And now time starting to come up against it. Flip will find Dwan through the smoke. 3v2 now. Walking into the smoke was Flip. Kess just waiting and will gun down Palmzu. Does Aspect have the stick? He doesn't stick it, and he gets taken down by the Classic. A 4-piece for Kess, and another round win on the attack here for Knights.
Yeah, the Killjoy going massive. You see this replay. Aspect knows does not have enough time. KO does not buy enough time. Flip just not giving enough time. And a timeout here. I mean, definitely expected. Down 0-3. Not the best start. But I would say after their last timeout we saw in last round, did go pretty massive. And obviously their defense was flawless into that semifinal matchup. So what are you trying to see here, Hud? As we get into this round number 4, what do you want to try and see them try and improve on this defense?
I'm happy that they called this timeout because we saw them do exactly this in the last match where they called a timeout, stopped the momentum, kind of retooled, and went back after it. I don't think this giving the site up for free and then trying to play retake is going to be a good strat going forwards for Nilo here. They've got to find a little bit. They've got to find some way to be a little bit more aggressive, hold off the pizza just to keep that rush from coming. Because as soon as Jay is teleporting out, it's full send for the attack. They're coming right through short there, free a site onto B. It looks like they might be shading over towards A here after the timeout, so maybe a little bit of a different look, kind of anticipating more resistance from B this time on the attack for Knights, but still a real low buy, and it's going to be another eco on round 4. A tough call here for Nilo.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it last game that Jay had just was able to find those flanks, was able to find those picks, and like you were saying, as soon as he teleports out, as soon as he doesn't confirm anything, all of a sudden, I mean, you lose those tools from the chamber. So we're going to have to try and see something else come out here. But
a deep lurk here for Flip. Oh, and they finally check the angle, so at least the jig is up. But now the flank is there for Flip. He doesn't have a ton of health, but at least will pull a little bit of time here to slow the push. But even then, with all the time bled off there, it still is going to be a free site just on the other side of the map now. Bombs down on A, and 2 defenders are not even looking at A. They're still looking mid. Another pick from Kess. Aspect will get the trade, but it is a tough here. 3v3, pardon me. A tough retake, though, here for Nilo.
That retake not looking good. Empire's going to have to do something, but does get spotted out. And once again, they play the retake, and it is just failing. Aspect going to have to pull off a 2v1. The first will just not be there. And once again, the absolute lurk you were talking about, it was huge. Had the possibility to do a lot of damage there. He only gets 1, though. That reinvest here from Nilo. And that round, again, it just collapses. When they give up the site, it just seems like Knights are just holding it down so solidly. There's no way in.
Well, and Knights continues to pick the site with the least amount of people on it, and the rotations continue to be just a little bit too slow from the defense here for Nilo. So by the time they're getting back, they've got no choice but to play for the replay. They can't try to push off site because they give it up so easily. This time it does look like it's going to be the push towards the site with more people for the defense of Nilo. So maybe they'll have a little bit of a better shot, but still a deep lurk from the chamber of Jay as everybody's pushing. He knows they're coming. Kess gets one on the flank here. Great timing, and now Jay shows himself. Everybody knows he's there, and he can't get out with his life. A big 2 pickup there, and another free sight for the attack.
Yeah, and it's already 5-3, 5-4. I mean, they do get one back, Flip, but And they just
Spike
spot out
planted.
Jay. Jay has not been able to do anything in any of these rounds. He had the op, he had the ability to get picks, and they noticed the flank too from Empire. All of a sudden, it's a 4-2. They got 3 ults on the side here. For Knights, it's looking strong. If they win this
Player
one,
standing.
obviously going to be no money here for Nilo. They're going to have 1 player left, and Aspect could just not do anything.
And no save either. I would think that at some point they're flipping Aspect down that much money this deep, even with the bonus. You've got to think about saving a rifle to try to build that money back up. But instead, they both throw themselves, try to find a couple picks. They're both unsuccessful. And now we've kind of got a piece together half by 5 rounds on the hop here for Knights. They have been rolling through what once was a stalwart defense, now a defense full of holes for Nilo. And maybe a little bit more of an aggressive play here is the look, as it is a mid-peak really early for both sides. Aspect will get the first but can't find the second. Traded back out. Make it 3v3. Empire barely escaping with HP to burn. And the bomb still lurking outside A.
Bot coming back.
You talked about it, though. That defense, I mean, it just seemed like Nilo, they went to the store. They were trying to buy some nice, clean American cheese, but it ended up being Swiss cheese with a bunch of holes in it. And it is just looking, I mean, 5-0, not looking good. They already had to use one of their timeouts. On a 3-3 here, it just seems like they're a little bit confused, just not knowing where to go. Once again, just almost giving up that A site for free.
And now it really is a free A site as the KJ ult comes out, literally zones off the entire site. A freer plant could not be had. Kess will find Palm Zoo trying to work
Spike
things
planted.
in. And the spike is down. 2v3, 2 ults in the hands of the Nilo side here, but I wouldn't expect to see them invested yet. Maybe you might see the KO go for something on a dive play, but probably not. Low health for Fade as well, and time not in their favor. Kess knows exactly where Empire is and gets them unseen. Flip will get the trade on Kess at least, so a gun down. High flash. Everybody knows where he is. Knows where Taiga is. Got the shoulder peek. And he can't get the tap. Another kill. And enough time on the clock. Just barely. 6-0. And, man, what a T side here for Knights.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, it kind of upsets me too. They had 2 rifles there. They could possibly save. I mean, you look at the finances right now from Nilo, it is dire straits. I mean, like you said, it was a 2v3. Maybe something could have got done, but now you're looking at 6-0. You have 1 person on the Classic. If you lose this round, I mean, the defense side is just going to crumble. It already has been crumbling for you, but if you lose this round, if you lose all these rifles, it's going to be bad. It's going to be an A send. They don't even have anybody on site here. Just watching some outer angles. Flip going to look for something. Nilo not in a great position. The door closed, and all of a sudden, A is already taken. Once again, trying to play the retake that hasn't worked out for them so far.
So, as an American football fan personally, nothing infuriates me more than watching my defense's secondary play so far back that receivers can make catches and then have a ton of yards before there's anybody even close to tackling them. And that is exactly what the defense of Nilo has been so far. They've just been giving all this space up, and then by the time they get there, there's nothing left to do. Kesh takes down 2. Taiga and Palmzu at Battle of the Omens now. Palmzu will be there. Taiga's got the angle, though, and it's just not going to happen for Palmzu. Taiga will sneak back and just barely get the last tap. Time wasn't going to be in the favor of the defuse either. It's 7-0 here. What has happened to the defense of Nilo?
I mean, it's just a deconstruction here, and it's like you mentioned, you know, back to that football reference. You try and protect the touchdown, but you give up a 10-yard, you give them first down, you give them another round, and you're already down 7 here. And once again, the finances are just, I mean, I would say they are the residents of Shambles Town right now, just having absolutely nothing but tattered clothing on their shoulders here. Double Sheriff, and they're going to have to pull something together on this eco. They need to do some damage. They need to do something and possibly even get around here soon. It's looking real bad. Empire will get
lurk
one.
for Empire. Get one. Tries to find a second, but Nite on the quick push in will find two with the knives. And the Jet ult finds tons of value here for Knights, as again, the site wide open. It'll be a B plant this time around, and a 3v4 retake coming through
Spike
Pizza.
planted.
We're asking the world here of these three players for Nilo. They won't get Jet. They'll at least force him off, as Nite will retreat, lick their wounds here. D1 gets one.
One enemy remaining.
Tiger gets the other. Aspect will at least find one, but RKZ with a trade, that'll make it 8-0 for Knights.
Yeah, this half is falling apart. I mean, we talked about them having that flawless defense straight into go into this game where Knights is just absolutely demolishing them inside and out, just regaining the site every single round. It just seems like Nilo can't pull anything together. Those ults stop them in their tracks there, and once again, a reinvest. If you lose this round here, we're talking about possibly a 10-0, moving towards a 12-0 half. For Knights, it's looking absolutely clean. Their players playing good on every level, playing the defense on the sites. For right now, Nilo, they've got a chance. This gun round has to be massive.
It's gotta
You
be.
should
Maybe. I mean, at this point, it's not even like Nilo can control the pace here, as they're kind of back on their heels. Jay will get a lurk, picks up two, and teleports out with his life. Good value there from Jay. But now, as the KJ ult comes through, the spike will get down again. 4v3, finally a man advantage. Kess makes it 3v3 though, and finds another. All the men fall. It's just Palmzu left here for Nilo. 1v2 versus KJ, and Sova fakes the ult. And now hiding in his own smoke is going to be taken down by the shock dart. And it's 9-0. Sova feeling himself. KJ or RKZ with 11. And just a perfect half incoming here, I think.
Yeah, Jay looking beautiful there for just a second, but it all collapses. And once again for Nilo, you can see that buy. It is just not what they want. I mean, I believe they have a second timeout that they could possibly call here. I know they only get 2 through the whole game, but it might be time to use it. I mean, it's just nothing's really working. They're just giving up these sites for free and just cannot play the retake. And it just seems like Knights know that, and they are playing absolutely into that. So, like you mentioned, all the players on Knights positive KD right now, I believe, other than Nite. So, looking pretty clean. And for Nilo, it's going to be a half invest, light shields, a couple pistols, an SMG. Not great.
Yeah, and a slight pause here. A brief tech issue coming through for the side of Knights. So it is a pseudo tactical pause. So a free chance to kind of talk things over here for the defense of Nilo. But I don't want to call this before it's over, because I know anything is possible, blah, 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 blah. But I'm not sure how much help talking this over is going to be for Nilo. I mean, Empire with the Ares there is going to come through and try to spray somebody down through a wall, I guess, maybe on B, just looking for a spray play, because they've been pushing so aggressively down B short. But I'm not sure if the buy is good enough. I'm not sure if the tactics are good enough here, because it's really just been, and it already looks like it's going to be again. They keep picking the wrong side. Nilo can't catch a break. They keep picking the wrong site, and it becomes kind of the cramming of the bomb down the throat by the Knights attack.
Right. Yeah, it just seems Knights they really know that too. They know that exact point, that just willing to give up sight, and Knights are perfectly fine, willing to take sight, willing to get that bomb down, willing to put pressure. You do see both teams look like they are ready to go, but it is a dire situation for Nilo. You mentioned it, that they need to get something here. If they get all 3 rounds, could possibly force the curse out, the 9-3 curse, but need to get something here. Once again, half investing. Gonna look for something here. Sheriff on in his hands, but Aspect is going to have to go big just like last game. Pull something here. Flip looking. I don't think he's spotted out. So it might be interesting, but from Empire, oh man, you lose the rifle too. One of your players on that goodbye. It is not looking good. Sheriff here from Aspect. He's looking, but the shots will not connect. Aspect is going to die in the site. Once again, going towards Nite. Palmzu going to be on the site. He'll actually be able to take one back. If he can go massive, being a thorn to the side, he gets 2. 3-3 now.
Time bought at least for Palmzu. It was a big play, and it doesn't really look like it's going to be for a whole lot. As Jay's just got the Spectre, looked for a couple of dinks, and some cheese comes out there at the very end. 10-0 now for Knights, and it is just continues to roll on here. It'll be a full invest on the side of Nilo, and it's now or never, I think. Really do or die time here for Nilo.
Yeah, it is not looking good. Once again, the invest, and it is going to be this way that if Nilo, if they lose this round, it's probably going to be a 12-0. And, I mean, they will get that chance on the attacking side, but it is a big ask. Their attack side was a little bit shaky. So they would have to go probably a perfect attacking side, getting that 13-0. But Nilo, they're trying to play some sort of defense here now, try and get something. But once again, Flip the only one to trade. And it's a 4v3 already. It just seems like Knights good at getting all of these picks here. Palmzu stuck on that low ground. A 4v2. The ults are definitely favoring Knights here. I think they're going to carry them, most of them, into next round.
Yeah, I can't see him investing the 2 that they've got left with the 4v2, Empire and Jay, the 2 bottom players on the team, as Dwan finds Empire, and it will be the Sova ult invested here. Feeling pretty confident. Kess tried to back out, pull the shorty out for the final kill on Jay, and very much caught in between a rock and a hard place. The knife trying to come through. Jay will pick up 2. But the time is definitely not in his favor. I don't think he's going to be able to get back in time. RKZ zoning him off with the bolts, and he'll save the rifle. Backs all the way out. It'll be 11-0. Last round of the half coming up. RKZ even dying to the bomb. He's got money to burn. Who cares? So much money in the bank for RKZ. Last round before the switch, and it is a Hail Mary time here for the defense of Nilo.
Oh yeah, I mean, you need to get some sort of moral victory. Invest everything here. Eye for your friends here. A couple light shields, a couple ultimates that are going to have to be used. For Jay, the chamber ultimate will be there, and Jay has just not had an impact of this game like he had in the last one. I have to do something, anything with that ult to help out. And Aspect does get a first. It's nice. Aspect getting a second. The bomb going to go through. Getting a third. Aspect. Possible ace opportunity here. Swinging. He will get stopped with that Odin.
Not the Odin.
Get back immediately.
The jump spray down from the Odin on top of all of that is what caps it off. Empire can't find the fade, or dodges the fade utility, and then turns around to get the kill on Jay, but it'll be the first round won. The perfect game does not come through for Knights. It is 1-11 at the half, so we will get at least one more round after the pistol. But man, I mean, if there was ever a time for the comeback to start, it is now for Nilo. It is comeback has to start now.
I would say if there's one word that is in Nilo's mind right now, it is doable. Because that one round,
winnable.
They need to propel themselves to winnable.
Still
obviously.
winnable.
Yeah, no tilt.
No, I think Empire needs a couple more frags for it to really be winnable. Sitting at 3 kills right now has not been up to snuff. Jay was only at 4 before the last round, where he got 3 kind of in garbage time because everybody was trying to knife him. But the kill's starting to come up a little bit. It is good timing for that. Kess gets the first pick. Will be traded out, though. 4v4. Quick push down B. RKZ with another traded as Flip finds 2. 3-3. Heading onto the site. Palmzu will get the plant down.
Spike planted.
Now retake time.
Retake from both sides seems like to be the the doctor has prescribed. But for Nilo, this is a good spot to be in. 3v3. They do own the site, so they do have a little bit of that pressure. But swinging now, Nite, they will finally get some damage out there and get that kill. 3 versus 2. Taiga trying to push through the smoke. Will take a lot of damage on the rotate. One traded. Taiga will get a second. Taiga will get it down to a 1v1. He's going to fake the bomb, but pros don't fake. He's waiting. He's trying to get it up to half. He's going to get it to half. He's going to get off of it. And now it's a 1v1. Flip pulls it out.
Flip, the difference maker here, rode the momentum off of the big round at the end of the half, and then the pistol stringing 2 together here. Flip has been pulling his weight now. Again, the dual heavy agents, literally the duelists here, if I just use the word that has been given to me by the devs to describe these agents. The duelists have not, for the Nilo side, really been pulling their weight to this point. Flip is starting to change that. Aspect is trying to change that. But Jay really has been kind of a non-factor on that chamber and needs to find a little bit more picks. He's got the Phantom in hand here. Jump pack, quick play for Aspect. Grenades and bomb buddies out. The smoke through, and everybody pours onto site. A shorty for Dewan. He's going to hold it. One's there, and he doesn't find the second. Everybody falls quickly. And the Thrifty in a flurry is going to make it 12-2. Match point here for Knights.
Yeah, that was a little bit rough. I mean, you got to say, full investment there. They get caught looking towards that Dewan player, looking towards that shorty, and they just pay the ultimate price. All of a sudden, we are on match point. For Nilo, they are going to have to go 10 rounds to tie here.
10 rounds to tie, and the first one's going to be on a half buy, going up against Nite with an op in the hand. So a jet op, and the biggest gun you've got is one Vandal and a couple of Spectres. Taiga's going to take down Aspect, already making that mountain so much higher to climb. Flip falls. Empire will get the trade. Jay gets one on Taiga, still winnable here. Jay finds another 2-on-1. Nite takes out Empire and finds the pick through mid. 1v2 now. Palmzu, all the work to do. No ult. Everybody knows where he is, but he'll manage to squeeze out. And now, where does Palmzu go? Vandal in hand. Looks like he's going to just slide onto the B site. And it's going to be close.
Yep, Palms are going to have to do something here because...
Oh, man.
Nite, team name, and now Nite, the winner of the grand final there. Possible winnable there for comeback, but is not there. And Knights, it was just clean all the way through. I mean, you talked about it. They were up 11-1 at halftime. The defense that was so clean from Nilo from that previous match just gets absolutely demolished here in this grand finals.
Yeah, it really never had a chance. I mean, they got one round on the defense at the very end of the half, and outside of that, it was just a full push for Knights the entire way through. Nite leading the way. And I mean, with a blowout of this proportion, it really got out of hand quickly. The economy never could catch back up for Nilo, and it just very quickly became Knights to take all the way through, and they're going to take the lion's share of the prize pool as well. So congratulations to Knights on their run through the bracket. Nilo not coming out of it empty-handed either, so both teams here in the grand finals able to take away a chunk of the change in the prize pool, but Nilo second place, first place finish for Knights, and there's no other way to call that match but dominant. It just was a blowout the entire way.
Yeah, it was a blowout. At least Nilo will get, some of that prize pool, like you were saying. They don't walk away empty-handed, so that's still really good. But yeah, it's like you said, it seemed like their game plan was just, we can play retake, because it seemed like it worked in that previous semifinal match. They're like, we can play retake, we're fine playing even player scuffles, but as soon as it happened, I mean, 3 rounds in a row, that's how they lost those first 3 rounds. They're like, they take the timeout. You think they're going to take something different maybe, but no, they're like, let's keep playing retake. Let's keep it going. That strategy is hopefully going to work out for us. We'll find our footing. But like you were saying, they were just picking wrong sites. They were getting picked off early. Jay was not able to do anything in those early rounds where he usually was getting those picks, getting those backline, flanks, but it was just nothing.
Yeah, really struggled to find any kind of value on the defensive side, and then it was pretty much all over by the time we flipped sides. So, not a whole lot else to talk about from all of that. So, again, congratulations to Knights on their first place finish, second place for Nilo, and a hard fought series. Wish it could have gone a little bit longer, but hey, we got two decent games on Ascent to close out the night. Couldn't ask for anything more.
I mean, and it was a good night from both of them. I mean, we saw, although they didn't perform, we would have liked to see a little bit closer, but we hope that they can maybe come back next week in weeks to come, and maybe obviously they don't walk home empty-handed, so they got something to show for it, and maybe they can take that, get a little bit more practice on Ascent, and take that into those other weeks. But yeah, just dominant there from the Knights, and leave 13-2 the final scoreline for them.
For sure. Great stuff all around. It's been a pleasure getting to cast with you tonight, Llama. Shout outs to Tex, who's been running everything in the background
Mm.
and dealing with us sitting and talking his ear off for 2 hours before we started. But it was a fun night had by all. My first Valorant cast, and I had a ton of fun getting to be here on the Frost stream. So thank you to everybody for watching. And Llama, please get us out of here.
That was a fun one. Just final words, like you were saying. Huge thanks to all the audience for stopping by tonight. Huge thanks to all the players, especially even if they didn't, move forward at all in the tournament. Whatever they placed, we hope they come back. Hopefully, they had some fun. But a huge thanks to everyone. Thank you so much for watching the Frost Valorant. Joined by me in the caster box tonight was HUD. But hopefully, you all have a fantastic night. We will see you all next time.
Even now, you're coming after me, fire lighting up the sky. Feel the ground shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Get ready for the fallout. Can't stop me now. I got no rival. I'ma find my way through the blood and pain game of survival. Anytime or place, watch 'em run away. I got none. I'll be standing on my own, never gonna take my throne. I got no rival. Watch 'em run away. I got no, no, no. I got no, no, no rival.